One more time, everybody feeling alive. Cause the spirit between and alive. Get your healing and come alive. God not dead, my youth in alive. Visions and dreaming come alive. Higher heights are breathing alive. Fire for God, I'm steaming alive. Everybody feeling alive. Cause the spirit between and alive. Get your healing and come alive. God not dead, my youth in alive. Visions and dreaming come alive.
Hey, gotta say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever in the world you are, you're tuned to Love 101 FM, the family station. Hey, we're live on Facebook and we're also live on YouTube at Love 101 FM Jamaica. Sign on, rock on, roll on, jump on, whatever you gotta do just to ensure that you are on the live. Hey, I'm Sara-Ann Edwards Miller, Sara-Ann the chirpy one, keeping you company today inside Alive 1 to 5 on this Testimony Tuesday. Now, children of God, remember as you come onto the live, I need you to comment. Say something. Write something. Yeah. Whatever you gotta do. When you type something or write something, same thing. I'm aware that you're here. All right? I gotta say good afternoon to my friends who are listening to us on the FM band at 101.1, 357 at 9. My friends are listening to us online at www.love101.org. Or if you're listening to us via the app that you have downloaded for free from the Google Play Store or the Apple Store, a very good afternoon to you. Season's greetings to one and all. Afternoon. Now, do remember, children of God, that we might register from Facebook and YouTube. So jump on to either of the two, all right? Now, today you'll be inspired, informed, entertained, and engaged. In a moment, I'll bring you highlights from the news. 1:45 Menticize, that's mental exercise, rollover edition. 2 o'clock for a blast. 2:15 the evidence. And we hear the testimony of Cindy Trim of how God delivered her while giving birth. Wow. 3 o'clock we go behind the pulpit for part 3 with recording gospel artist and pastor of the International Faith in Action Ministry, Bishop Stephen Shalom Harper. 3:45 celebration. So at that time, if you're, sending your anniversary, birthdays, that's the time you send those greetings. 4 o'clock, the Small People Show comes your way with Auntie Colleen. And 4:55, we wrap it all up inside Alive 1 to 5 on a Testimony Tuesday. Now, here are the highlights from the news at this time. Man arrested after allegedly firing weapon during dispute. Listen to this story, children of God. Now, a man has been charged with shooting with intent, assault at common law, and illegal possession of firearm and ammunition following an incident on Cecilia Street in Oteria, St. Anne on Thursday, September 15. Charged is 36-year-old Rayon Clark, otherwise called Chin, of Spalding Boulevard in Kingston, 20. Reports are that Clark had an altercation with a man. It is alleged that Clark pulled a firearm and fired at him. Clark reportedly then chased the man home, where he pointed the firearm at a woman who was inside the house before escaping. A report was made to the police and Clark was subsequently arrested. My goodness. When? We're really just praying for Jamaica to have a 360 turnaround. 360. Now, 4-vehicle pileup in Westmoreland. No injuries reported. Several persons, including students, narrowly escaped injury following a 4-vehicle pileup along the Belmont Main Road in Westmoreland earlier this morning. According to one of the drivers, a Honda Fit was parked along the roadway facing the direction of Savannah Lamar when a white Toyota Corolla stopped behind it. He stated that a blue Toyota Corolla heading to Savannah Lamar crashed into the white one, causing it to veer right and collide with a Toyota Voxy, which was heading in the opposite direction before slamming into a wall. The driver of the blue Toyota Corolla blamed the Honda Fit driver for the crash. Traffic was at a standstill as wreckers attempted to remove the vehicles. Now, children of God, be mindful. Be mindful of how you park, all right? Please, please, please. But also be vigilant when you're driving on the road. That's why the book says, say 2 car lengths apart. I know we don't really do that. And that, you know what? We should obey the road codes and all of those things. Yes, but please, children of God, be vigilant on the roads when you're driving. Just be cautious. Pay attention. Don't be using your phones and all of those things, writing posts and watching, statuses. Don't, please. All right. In other news, increase in murders since SOEs discontinued. Commissioner of Police Major General Anthony Anderson says the reimposition of states of emergency SOEs in several parishes was necessary after an increase in murders following the expiration of the emergency measure last week. Now, today, Wholeness declared SOEs in St. Anne, Clarendon, St. Catherine, St. James, Westmoreland, Hanover, and specified areas of Kingston and St. Andrew. According to Anderson, since the discontinuation of SOEs 7 days ago, 22 murders have been committed across the island, with 17 of those killings occurring in areas where SOEs had expired. 22 murders in 7 days? And it might be more, It might be more. So 22 murders have been committed across the island, with the 17 of those killings occurring in areas where SOEs had expired. Wholeness had initially declared the SOEs on November 15, but the government's effort to have them extended until January 14, 2023 failed in the Senate as the parliamentary opposition refused to support the measure. According to Anderson, when SOEs allow residents of volatile communities to feel more secure, and the impact tends to be immediate. Now, finally, from highlights from the news, more than 22,000 electors added to new voters list. The Electoral Office of Jamaica, EOJ, has announced that 22,117 persons have been added to the updated voters list. It says the list, as at November 30, 2022, has a total of 2,000. That's 1,759. So that's 2,001,759 electors. The EOJ says the new list will be used in the upcoming local government election due in February 2023. It says electors added to the November list will receive the new voter identification card with a December 31, 2032 expiry date. The EOJ says identification cards for these electors will be available by the end of December. That's this month. Meanwhile, electors who have not yet renewed their ID cards still have an opportunity to do so by visiting any EOJ constituency office or satellite location. And those are the highlights making it at this time. For Tuesday, December 6, 2022, we trust that you were, as usual, informed. This is Love 101 FM, the family station. It's time for me to go ahead and mark the register. Remember, in order to hear your name, you need to be on either Facebook or YouTube, or you can be on both. First in the classroom, Diane Walters, good afternoon. Evan Scott, Godfrey Walters, good afternoon. Antoinette Miller, Joan Tomlinson, Idona Howell, Iona Ashburn, Elisa Johnson, Marvin Murphy from Massachusetts, Marva Robinson, Hortense Facey, Marvin, good afternoon. Kathleen Vashon, Glenoy Curry, good afternoon. Elroy Wedderburn, Doreen Bradshaw, Greg Diesel, Nadia Bingham, first on Facebook. Good afternoon, Ricardo Portia, Chubby Checker, Aisha Mara Williams, Ricardo, Beverly Brown, Mary James. This is Paulette Stevenson, Pam Shirley, Barbara Scott, good afternoon, Pamela Forbes, Ray Marfin, Marlene Graham, Christine Humes, Marvin Murphy, Ava Young, good afternoon, Sandra Graham, Yvonne Stewart Smelly, Ophelia Clayton, Whitfield Campbell, Marie Cunningham, good afternoon, Vanessa Scott, Lorna Daly, Olivine Bogle Graham, Claudette Ellis, good afternoon, Pearline Mills, Corrine Bennett, good afternoon, Vanessa Scott, Esther Anglin, Sandra Ellison, Angela Masters, Delroy Melvin, good afternoon to you. This is Carlene Blake, Nadia Green, Paulette Redway, good afternoon, Ione Brown, Vanessa Scott, Champion Carol Miller, Maxine Clark, Phyllis Cooper, good afternoon, Carmen. This is what? Carmen, good afternoon. I can't pronounce that last name. It's Fortaleza, good afternoon. Yes, yeah. Veronica S, good afternoon. June Brown, CC Belandes, good afternoon. What's up? Ophelia Clayton, Claudette Bell, Alita Lewis, Christy, Patsy Grant, Shirley Reed, Dallas Blake, good afternoon. Sandra Patrick, Faith Hay, June Brown, Yashi McLean, good afternoon. Angela Edwards, Marvia Hall, Charmaine Allison, Marlene DaCosta, Elaine Clark, Alyssa Hara Chisholm, Marlene Murphy, Donna Smith, that's Donna Smith up top, she says, Sandra Cameron, Elaine Clark, Ceciline Powell, Alvarine Ellison, Juliet Newell, good afternoon. Shirley Winter, Kathleen Spence, Juliet Newell, Winifred Henry Williams, Patricia Campbell, Suzanne Grant Hay, Petrona Wiggins, Angela Walsh, Colette Edwards. This is Alburn Jenkins, good afternoon. Cassandra Ingram, Andrea Roden, good afternoon. Sophia Ware, Karen Fairclough, good afternoon. Paulette Smichael, good afternoon. Jody and Grant, Annette Evans, Beverly Tuller, Sonia Brown, Carlene Binns Jones, Mary James, what a holy no, I love it. Candace Morris, Jay Combs, Yvonne Scott, Jackie Gogwagwan, Olivier Mary, good afternoon. Angela Rahab Rebnan Francis, good afternoon. Cheryl Davis and Ashley Glendon, good afternoon. Francesca, good afternoon. All right, I got everyone on Facebook and YouTube. Can they see? I got everyone. Thank you so much for jumping on the live as usual. We do this every weekday, Monday to Friday at 1 o'clock. Make it a date and don't be late. This is Love 101 FM, the family station. Hey, remember, don't worry, be chirpy. I know things are hard. I know the goings, they get tough. But God's got you. Don't worry, be chirpy. Have some faith. It's now time for the music, and I urge you to keep on listening to us on the radio, on the app, on the website, however you listen to us, all right?
It's karaoke. Sara-Ann is here. I have been waiting for so long. Welcome the chirpy one. Her presence electrifies everyone. My mother's listening too. She said she feels like she's 21. What? I know that's what she does to you. Such a great spirit, plays in the spirit too. So expect a miracle. Anything's possible. Now that Sarah's playing, ooh, you will be just fine. Your soul will feel so alive with whatever Sarah's playing. Ooh, yeah. Everybody have to know. Everybody needs to know. Yeah. Everybody has to know. Oh yeah. The one that will listen to is Sara-Ann on the radio. Tell a neighbor. Everybody needs to know. Tell your friend. Everybody has to know. Tell your brother. The one that will listen to is Sara-Ann. Everybody has to know. Tell your neighbor. Everybody has to know. Tell your friend. The one that will listen to is Sara-Ann. What else you gotta do? There is absolutely nothing else to do. Cause there's no one else. And I'm Sarah. can feel the difference. I can feel the spirit moving and I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy. Well, what do you know? Life can be difficult, but it's the chirpy one and you can be happy. Yeah, you can be happy. Oh yeah, 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 no, you can